r/AskReddit. What stereotype were you when you were in school? Wallflower. I hung around the artsy kids, but I was never really an artsy kid myself. I was the kid that nobody remembers. People would probably look through the school photos and go, who was that? That was me. Graduating class of over 400. And I bet only a few people have any memory of me. I just kept my head down, drew no attention to myself, and waited for it to be over. The floater. I didn't really belong to any real clique, but I could easily get along with just about anyone. It's pretty much the same now. I'm generally really friendly, but I never stick around. Quiet kid in the back. My French teacher freaked the duck out one year because I was reading a Tom Clancy book. She didn't say it, but I knew what she was thinking. Way to stereotype, lady. I was a geek nerd before it was cool to be studious. Your timing sucks. The creepy guy that everyone thought was going to snap. 25 years later and I'm about ready now. High school slap even though I was a virgin. Amazing blowjobs, though. Theater kid. Crazy sex life. Skinny white boy who slacked in class and was always tired yet still passed somehow. I was the female equivalent of this. Jewish homie that always had extra lunch money. You know what's good. With the long white socks and the khakis that stopped above the knee. Lonely little emo. Horrible choppy haircut with starchy and pink bangs. Would sit outside of class reading some obscure book in hopes someone else would recognize it and have something to talk about. Lord, we've come a ways. I was the only emo kid in my small high school of 300 people. I didn't even know emo was a thing until I got to MySpace and saw other people like me on there. It surprisingly made me pretty popular though, and I met my now husband because of it. I still shamelessly wear band shirts and listen to Screamo in my truck. The gay kid. I was not gay. I am not gay. I went to a small rural school. My high school graduating class was 27 kids. In 8th grade someone found out I had never had a girlfriend and spread a rumor I was gay, and it stuck until partway through my senior year. I was bullied a lot, physically and emotionally. Small rural schools are brutal, and I can relate to anyone who has gone through such discrimination. And I am sorry if you are going through it now. It gets better. Weird nerdy girl. How weird and nerdy. I was an art kid that was also taking all the AP classes. The self-proclaimed nice guy who was, in fact, a real a-hole. Thankfully grew out of it, and am raising much more self-aware and genuinely kind children. I was a not like other girls TM girl of the cool girl variety, source. Not to be confused with the I can't be friends with women. They are too much drama type, which is related but not the same. My signature move was to talk loudly about how I thought PMS and cramps were mostly bullshit and women just amped it up to get special attention. This is particularly ironic because, in college, I developed such severe period pain, vomiting, etc. that I had to take prescription medication to control it. Calmer, I guess. I refined this into something more like a manic pixie dream girl in college, and after for a while, somehow I thought using a movie cliche as a personality was a smart move. The cool fat kid who everyone liked but couldn't get a girlfriend for the life of him. I was friends with that kid at my school. He was a homie. The guy who skipped school, like all the time. Like holy shit, how did they let me graduate? Checking in, man. We're everywhere, except at school. The kid who wore suits, thought being a character meant I had some. Parking lot crowd. Stoner in the smoking area. Kids had the right to smoke in the 70s even though we couldn't legally buy cigarettes. Yep, but it was never a problem buying them. Debate kid. Near the top of my class. Argued a lot. Never got laid. The quiet kid type. I feel you, bro. I feel you. The weeboo that wears the same sweatshirt every day and Naruto runs in the halls. I'm so glad I got out before Naruto was a thing. I was the bubbly social butterfly. PPL loved my vines and shit. None of them talk to me anymore since I told them I suffer from treatment-resistant depression. 'Tis a beach. Put dealer. How much for the green? Quiet girl that was always drawing LOL. Did you hiss? Majority of people here were loners in school. Good observation. You included the black guy, the new kid, changed schools about once a year. There's a lot you can get away with when you're always the new kid. Such as set fire to the schools. That's why he kept moving. Dark and mysterious. I was just a shy girl who thought she looked good in dark colors. Sorry man, dark colors are not my color, lol. Overachiever. I was class president, tennis captain, in band and drama, 4.0 student, won my school's English and Math Achievement Awards, did clubs, and won most likely to succeed. I wasn't particularly popular or unpopular but got along with most people fine. How was your college career? Did the intensity transfer over? How about going into the workforce career path? You don't have to answer if you're fine, find the question too personal. Was just wondering though. It transferred over fine. I triple majored in my undergrad and am most of the way through a second master's degree. I didn't participate much in stuff outside of academics because I worked all through school. I teach part-time at a university now as an adjunct and part-time at another school, so financially I could be better. But I feel lucky for what I have in a lot of ways. I'm still pretty active in sports, hobbies, and music but have a hard time turning off, if that makes sense. I like a lot of what I have but need to work on my work-life balance. It's become an issue as I keep picking up extra work and really should do more things just because I enjoy them. Chad. How big is a PP? At least 3. Smart kid with no social awareness. The quiet kid. I have anxiety and I am comfortable just dozing off in my own private world, talking to 1-2 people. So people automatically think I'm dangerous because I'm not extroverted. Goth. It was fun. B grades. But I was in band and wore glasses so everyone thought I was smarter than I was. I got good grades and was a quiet math loving, D&D playing nerd mostly, but I had just enough of a crazy vibe that I never really got bullied. And yes, I wore a black leather duster, which I got before either the Matrix or Columbine. In my official yearbook I was voted most likely to win a Nobel Prize, and in the unofficial poll I was voted most likely to be a serial killer. I still actually wear the same duster. It's technically old enough to drink, although after many years it's gotten pretty beat up. The Virgin Stoner. Class clown. A teacher once wrote diarrhea of the mouth on a referral to the principal. I was the guy everyone thought was stupid but I had good grades. I was kind of a loner but I got along fine with people when they'd talk to me. I had friends but I just did my own thing. Screeching autist. Those years were bad, but happy update. I no longer screech or rip things and now function like a semi-normal human. The quiet kid. Yes, I did wear a hoodie every day. Yes, I was bullied and I hated everybody. Yes, I listened Pumped Up Kicks a lot. I was a living stereotype. I'm going to college this year. Let's see how it goes. N-word pass seller. Legal though. I can imagine the convo. What's up oh my god, did you just say the N-word? Fashionable unveils 6 Willy Wonka's N-word passes. I'll sell you one of these my friend. Only $69. Deal. Better Zed than dead would do so much better in class if only he would apply himself. Didn't get it until it was way too late. I was the quiet kid. I knew I was the quiet kid. The fact that I had that reputation was not a surprise to me. What did surprise me a little was just how quiet many people saw me as. One guy just kept swearing to me that he'd never heard me put more than 3 words together, and I said, okay, here's 4 words, and walked away. I guess the problem is that some people thought I disliked them when I really didn't. Some people were surprised that I hardly ever spoke to them, but then when they started talking about something that actually interested me, I started conversing with them. I think some people also thought I was too nervous to speak or something, so then they were pretty surprised when I seemed unhesitant to speak when I finally did. But some people seemed to mostly figure out that me not talking did not necessarily mean that I disliked them. And a few people I was hanging out with one day told me that I didn't speak a lot. But when I did, it was worth listening to, which was actually one of the nicest compliments anyone had ever given me about my speaking. BC average grades. I wore my kilt most of the time. I transcended among all the cliques. My high school nickname was Tater. I was an Irishman, redneck, stoner, moonshiner, skater, longboarder, youth group leader, tutor, mentor, detention hall attendance monitor, pet list with teachers, shit list with SRO, baseball, lacrosse, wrestling, hockey. I was in AOIT program and still took CTE shop classes. I hung out with all the nerds, popular kids, druggies, muscleheads, rockers, auto guys, truck guys, rednecks, dorks, goths, Latinos, band, lunch ladies, CA kids. I was all over the map. More people knew Tater than I knew people. Smart kid that never did his homework but would help you do yours. I had a beard before beards were cool. The smart kid who always says they're gonna fail and gets an A. Except now I'm in law school and I'm doing shitty, so I hate my life. That weird kid who liked anime and Naruto ran across the hallway. I almost slammed my face into a door once because of how fast I was running. I knew I had to stop this at some point and I did, but I still do enjoy watching anime. Burnout. John Cena, protector of innocent. The hippie stoner. We talked about drug abuse in class for a unit and I swear I could feel them waiting for me to make a statement about how marijuana is actually not as bad as it seems. Expect the unexpected. I floated the tribes. I was a metalhead burnout in the GATE program that played football. Gifted kid that knew everything. People would ask me random shit because I knew random shit. Sounds fun, but I hated school. Boring as duck and most people sucked. Never finished my degree cause I got a job at a computer shop. Now I run it, so it's not all bad. But I'm no scientist genius like people thought. The skater slash stoner slash artist. Good times. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content. It's free and that's a great price.